Hey guys, what's going on today? Random Andrew here, and no, we're not going sideways. Craig's driving. Today, we're on an adventure. I know I've been doing a lot of the outdoors focused stuff lately, but you're gonna have to bear with me, folks. It's been well, today, the actual temperature was minus 19.
Yeah.
And minus 29 degrees Celsius with the wind chill. Now, I know you American folks use Fahrenheit, or as Craig says,
American.
something degrees American. Fahrenheit is 32 degrees. 32 degrees Fahrenheit is freezing, which is our 0 degrees Celsius. It's really confusing. I mean, we gotta have some kind of standard here. Either way, we're just gonna say it's cold enough that things are frozen solid. I mean, it'll be your face if you're out there too long. We'll be frozen solid. Frostbite, there's all kinds of warnings and everything, and they're calling it a polar vortex, but up here in Canada we just call this winter.
Yeah.
So sticking with that theme and the outdoors, we're on our way to go purchase something from a store today that we don't have in St. Thomas. So we're driving up to London. We're gonna go get something cool that's gonna make things toasty. I don't want to say what it is, because you'll see when we get there.
It's not a toaster.
No, it's not a toaster. And if I told them right now what it is we're on our way to go and get, then they might not watch the vlog. They might be like, oh, I've seen one of those before. But maybe you haven't, so just watch.
You haven't seen it with us.
We'll be there shortly. Here's where we're going. There we go. And of course they're open. They do have some copyrighted music going, so gotta keep the clips short, but they got a little bit of everything you could use in this place. It's what we're looking for. They said it's in the back section here.
Sorry, I didn't realize
Yeah. I know, it's so hard to tell sometimes somebody's just rambling on or if they're actually vlogging. It's hard to tell. Okay, we'll catch up once I figure out where they are. Okay,
Son
so
used to do it every year
oh yeah?
for Scouts.
Oh yeah, Scouts. Well, he was in Scouts back in the day, but I guess it's changed a lot since then, eh? It's yeah, the other stove is a decent little stove, but it's not quite what I was after.
Oh.
Yep, that's it.
The ladder pulls down. One in the box, one out of the box. I just jumped for it.
Yeah. That might be one behind it there.
There it is.
That is perfect. Like, that'll fit right in a sled. Just pull it out there. Tarp tent. And it's only...
There's one right behind it.
See, that's the box one there. But that's 105 Canadian, so you're looking at what, $5 American?
Yeah.
Somebody was suggesting I could just very easily make a rocket stove, get some piping, and make one to put in out there, but this is going to be so much easier to use, safer. Probably got a lot hotter too. Waiting for Axl Rose to finish singing. Craig just actually noticed. Check this out, guys. They got a ton of paracord. They got glow-in-the-dark paracord.
I like the orange stuff too, because you can see it.
$12.99 for 100 foot of it. Camo paracord. You're gonna lose that. And also no Atwood rope. All right, so we're gonna go over and show you guys the other wood stove that I was looking at. Was it here?
Yeah.
Oh wow. It's fairly similar, but not similar at all. If you guys look, you can see it's more of an upright design. Not saying it's a bad design at all. It's just not as rough, not as tough looking as the other one. Yeah, ice fishing shacks. Yeah, we could take that out ice fishing. Okay, now we gotta go find welding blanket. Okay, bear with me guys while I talk over the copyrighted music, but we found the welding blankets. Now, we don't need a big old $50, $80 welding blanket, because we're just gonna be making stove jack out of it, or using it as a stove jack of sorts. It's a 4x6 welding blanket. Normally $25, knocked down to 13. You can't beat that for what we're gonna be using it for. And playing it safe, right? I just wanted to add to the vlog right here. Craig used to have gloves that he called fire gloves, or actually welding gloves. And what was, no, don't say the name, but there was a brand name on here from the company you worked for. But these things here, they work great for handling fire logs and stuff. Just not prolonged use. I mean, we could actually show you what's left of a pair of those gloves, but they're down at the campsite. But we still have them, we still use them, years later. All right, so got the wood stove, got a welding blanket. Is there anything else we should look for while we're here? Just saying to Craig how we never get to come up to places like Princess Auto. This is like our Walmart. All you ladies and all you shoppers out there, you go to Walmart and you spend time looking around. Well, this is what we feel we should have. At least be able to wander around a little bit. Doesn't mean we're shopping, we're just browsing. We kind of are shopping. We love zip ties. They're so handy. More various outdoors handy stuff. Filleting knife. This is kind of more geared towards fishing, this area. Fishing gloves. Oh. Okay, so we got the wood stove. Hooray, celebrate. But I wandered over this way real quick to show you guys this and ask, what would you think if we did a vlog from here? The flying squirrel. I'm not sure my body could handle a visit to this place. It says the world's largest indoor trampoline parks. It's something more for the younger generation. I think if I tried to go in there, my spine would just fall apart. It could not handle it. All right, let's get back to town. It's cold out here. Fire up that wood stove, man. It's cold out here. Gotta make sure to give huge thank you to Craig for helping us get up here to get the wood stove. It makes for some much warmer camping. Never thought to do it, but I should actually show you guys one of these times. Tim Hortons, because my sister is such a big Timmy's fan. I'm trying to get the logo there. Because she's such a big Timmy's fan, her steep tea, as soon as I order, I know if I start putting her order in first, they're like, oh, it's you guys, and they know the order. You know, we just have to specify specifically who is getting coffee or tea this time. And they know it. It's really cool. It's awesome. But you can tell when somebody's working who doesn't know because the order just gets all skewed up. Not screwed up, it gets skewed up.
To view askew.
But one of these times I'm gonna get that on camera. And you guys will see it. It's awesome. But this, yeah, it looks like somebody's been working on the Timbits. Really, people? Ew.
Jerks.
Alright, now before we rip into this mighty box, it's kind of heavy. You know, it's not going to be easy to drag this out there and back, but the work will be worth it. So, I was looking at it and it actually looks like I'm going to have some assembly to do. But before we do that, I'll pull out some of the parts so you can see how it came out of the box. And then we'll crack down to assembling it and I'll show you it all together. I'm almost tempted because it is a complete contained unit. It's safe, it's sealed, of maybe doing a test burn out back. You know, and just seeing how much heat it will actually produce. So let's just get down to taking a look at it. Okay, look out, buddy. Okay, well wrapped in bubble wrap. Well versed in bubble wrap. Okay, that's not going to be so easy, so we're going to do it this way. It might have been easier to cut the box open. Okay. Right on, look at that, guys. Not much assembly at all. I thought I was going to have to do the door and the hinging on the front. Got this little jobby for here. It's going to have to be tightened up a little bit. See on the back, they got a little bolt right here. And then the vent for the door. Just a little slider with a spring. Keep it nice and pressure fit. These are the racks. Right, you put them out like that. You want to dry your gloves, your socks, or whatever. You got some racks for that there. Or if you need to use it for cooking, you put your cooking pot, kettle, whatever, right up on here. Nice stable surface. They call these cook tubes. And they come completely off like this. They're cooking tubes. I'm not sure exactly what for. I guess you could put a tinfoil wrapped burrito in there maybe. Does that look like a burrito tube to you guys? Maybe. And then inside the stove, we've got the spark arrestor for up at the top. It's not a screen, but it can keep too much from going out the top like that. And then we have several sections of piping that's all flared on one end, so they can all be fit together. Is the legs for the stove. Another section of pipe. Another section of pipe. Another section of pipe. A handy little shovel. It's curved to the bottom of the stove, the shape. And I thought there was another little shovelly piece in here too, but no, that's it. Also notice on the bottom, I'll close this up. On this very bottom of the stove is a little vent, a slider vent here. Pretty cool, eh? This thing is going to come in so handy. I'm going to finish putting it together so we can check out the height of it with the legs on it. And yeah, that'll be that. It's all together. You guys can see it's got about a foot, maybe a foot and a half clearance off the ground. There's a couple of things I want to tighten up, like this guy right here. I'm going to tighten this nut down so that it sits, actually pulls it tight. Maybe put a spring in there or something. Holds it against it. But in other words, that's pretty awesome. Showed you guys this little ash vent. It's at the back of the stove apparently. Yeah, right there. Now there is no flue in this part of the pipe. It may not need one because it's a very small diameter, like gives you an idea of the diameter, right? And you guys can't see it, but it's got this for on top of all the piping. That's kind of cool. And I don't know if I showed you guys when I first had it open, but these here, I showed you these, you put your gloves or whatever on, and you flip them out, you can cook on top of it, but these guys are what gets me. Somebody who's had one of these stoves and tell me what kind of food you cook in there, because all I can think is burritos. To me, this is a burrito tube. What am I supposed to cook in it? But I like it. We'll find a use for it. Heck, you could probably even put your socks in there to dry them up a little quicker. The stove is going to provide a lot of warmth. But yeah, here it is, the wood stove. Right on. I'll finish filming the rest of this later. Alright, so the other item I picked up today that you already know about, you probably already seen it, is this 4 foot by 6 foot welding blanket. Yeah, that's going to be what the stove jack is made out of or used to protect around the pipe so we don't burn the hut down. Nobody wants a hut burned down. Quick little sheet of details. Just basically fire retardant fiberglass, brass grommets, working temperature of 537 degrees Canadian, Celsius, or 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Like, that's pretty hot. That's probably a lot hotter than that stovepipe's gonna get. There's a couple other things, like I would actually like to have a hole cut in this, sewn and everything so it doesn't fray. This stuff here, you check out Camper Christina. This is my best way to describe it. She took one of these, she got online, showed up, and she actually sewed the circle for where her stovepipe would be and used high temperature gasket. And if you're watching this, Christina, you did a fantastic job making that. And then another step further, sewing it into your canvas tent. Looks like it was factory made like that. I don't think machines could get that quality that she put forward on her canvas tent. I mean that seriously. Check out Camper Christina. This girl is an amazing camper, and she's pretty much a do-it-yourself kind of person. She's made a couple of different hot tents, one a teepee, one a tent, and she has traveled a lot further through the backcountry than I could dream of having done by this point. Lens cap. So I'll get there to that point eventually. I just need a lighter boat. That's a whole nother conversation for another vlog. Yes, I've been doing some designing, but for now, we're dealing with the polar vortex stuff. I want to do winter camping out there, and that's why I got the stove today, you know? And this here, I'm going to need some help putting a proper hole in this for a stove jack that isn't just going to fray all to hell, because this material will. It's got to be sewn, it's got to be done proper, and I can't do that. So I'm going to be reaching out for some help there somehow. We'll figure it out though. If not, I can just put it around it, sort of. You'll see when that point comes. But in the meantime, you know, hey, I'm happy. We got the camp stove, that plus a bushcraft hut, some tarps, this blanket. It's going to be an interesting camp. We're doing this soon, so bear with me. Just having a little trouble organizing, getting the rides out there, and it has been a minus 30 and below kind of temperatures at night here, so maybe it's just fate's way of saying wait for a little bit warmer weather. I don't know. Anyhow, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. This camp stove is going to help a lot. We'll get out and get using it very soon. Stay tuned for that. Think positive. We'll see you guys again real soon. Vlog over. Hey everybody, what's going on? Random Andrew here. We are out for a walk to Tim Hortons in the middle of a blizzard. That's right, good old Canadian winter weather. Have a look. We just got pummeled with snow last night. We're getting pummeled with snow again. This is how much we've already gotten today, because like the plows have cleared the side of the road. Don't mind the phone charge cable there. It's the only way you guys are going to stay on. Yeah, it's actually gotten pretty deep, which is why I haven't been out doing the bushcraft thing, because all the stuff that you build with is buried. I do want to get out there though and do a little camp of some sort soon, but I thought I'd film this update video for you guys, showing you a good Canadian snowfall. Like look, even Mystery Sister's all bundled up head to toe. We gotta have our Timmies, because that's how us Canadians roll. Like look at this, look how deep some of this stuff is. Walking backwards to try and get you guys the shot. Here's a fair view. Or no, this is first and Talbot up there. You can see even these roads, they're not, we won't see plows out till later. Okay, I lie, you'll see plows out, but they won't be plowing, because those aren't city plows. Yeah, there's a big blanket of snow. And you know folks, it ain't that bad if you dress appropriately for it. I don't even have my gloves on. It just doesn't feel as cold as it should. But it's a heck of a thing to try and walk through. Look, there's no sidewalk on the other side. He's gone. And there have been no sidewalk plows out along here yet either. But just trucking through the snow. Look at that. Just stopped to actually get this shot for you guys. You can see the snow in the light. Oh, that was a snowflake taking out the lens. I'm not kidding. It's coming down pretty good.